NASCAR pit crew fails. I'm not a NASCAR fan, so to speak, and I'm not good at NASCAR, I'm not good at cars, so I can barely judge any of these fails, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just someone on the internet. But sorry about that. We're gonna check this video out today, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's a compilation of fails, obviously. Hopefully they're not too bad. I always feel bad for people who are literally caught in 4K just failing. Like, oh, I feel bad for them, you know. So let's get into the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get started.
We had a tire get loose on pit road, and that's brought the caution.
A tire got loose.
Caution because a mechanic walked out halfway out to the racing surface to get it. It's from Marcus Ambrose's car.
I'm gonna tell you what, NASCAR is not gonna be happy with that crew member at all. He was halfway across the infield grass.
Larry, he wasn't 70 feet from the racing surface when he went out to retrieve that tire.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Just bad judgment. He thought he was
there.
Probably,
You see the tire
he
right
was
there.
doing a good thing. We saw the tire rolling out there.
You can see it's halfway across that grass.
Couldn't he just
He's
leave it
thinking
there?
it's going to roll out in the racetrack. So I think he was obviously wasn't thinking clearly enough to know not to do that. But still, he probably thought he was doing a good thing by retrieving it.
Well, back in the 60s, photographers used to stand in that grass to shoot pictures of the race cars going around. That was a long time ago. When Edwards exited his pit, he had to stop. He stopped in the middle of Brendan Gaughan's pit as Gaughan was coming in. And you see there's still something amiss there.
They were making a wedge adjustment in the left rear, and you'll see right here when the jack drops, it's Carl's sign to leave, and the crew member's trying to get it out of the back window, but just doesn't do it. I mean, that's as much of an effort as you can give as a crew member trying to get that wrench out.
He's putting his body on the line.
I wonder, Andy Petrie, would taking equipment out of the box include dragging a crewman out of the box?
Justin's been very happy with this race car. They will change 4 Goodyear tires. They will fill it full of Sunoco fuel. The long drive down, and now a little less chaotic as they will get to the car without incident.
Dan, look at them at work, man.
That's
crazy. Look at
him. He is over the
him.
line, so he's going to have to cruise back
What's
just
the
a little
fail
bit.
gonna be?
So another mistake on pit road today.
Marty, William Byron gives up the second position to come down pit road. So with this Sunoco fuel and these 4 Goodyear tires, they can make it to the end of the race here. Going to be interesting to see if he can keep the strategy. Joey Logano also leaves pit road. He said he needs more grip in turn 2.
What was that?
A little bit of an issue there on pit road.
The 7 has had an absolute disaster. We talked about trying to get to pit road,
get
the
fuel?
strategy, get track position. Well, he has basically
His wheel!
given all that up with a mistake. You see the right front tire is loose. It's probably going to come off the race car, which is going to be a penalty.
Jeff Gordon says we're absolutely struggling back in traffic. They made a track bar adjustment. His car still absolutely on the tight side.
And as anticipated, Mark Martin couldn't get the pass.
Ooh.
He didn't get the left front on.
Ooh.
Yeah, this has went downhill
Uh-oh.
You know, Larry,
How can just jack it back up,
just
right?
never fails.
Right, there we
Substitute
go.
drivers with a different team and different people, spotters, crew chief, really difficult. And on a track like this where it's so intense.
All right, they got to fix fairly
That
quickly.
was probably a whoa, and he thought he said go.
And now he is being held for pitting outside the box.
Look at this. See the rear tire carrier indexes the wheel. Now it goes to make the adjustment. They're only doing 2 tires. Couldn't quite get it out. That thing sticks down inside the bed panel, probably 6 or 8 inches, and so the angle is bad. As the truck's moving away from it, it looked like he tried to put one more turn on it, and when he tried to put that one turn, Brad left Hermie, and he was simply a passenger at that point.
Okay, now I see why they wear bloody helmets.
Kevin Harvick, they wanted to come. They work on the right sides.
Dan, look at them. They work so
tires, Dave.
Audibles being called, shouting on the crew here, but they take the command. Oh, it comes down off the jack. 22 off the jack on the left side, and they're going to lose any time they thought they might gain. A lot of time being lost on pit road right now. They're still trying to get the car off the ground. The crew lifting it, trying desperately to get this car where they can get the jack back under it.
Because there's no wheel. There's no wheels on that left side.
And finally, the opportunity to put the left side tires on. Disaster for the 22 on pit road.
Almenard's crew loses a tire. That's Eric Pringle who grabs it, brings it back because that one's got to go on the car.
Careful.
Oftentimes the tire coming off gets away. And there was quite a discussion with the NASCAR officials about running out into the middle of an active pit lane.
You could get really hurt. What do? You just leave it? What happens?
You will not work for RCR ever again. Unacceptable.
Yeah, serious.
Talked about the 83 as you see there.
I guess they stopped the cars, right?
Let's go back to this pit stop.
Yeah, check this out. He leaves the can laying up on the deck lid. Look at that. How it rolls around, hooks on this
that?
Unbelievable.
What the heck is
Made
that?
one full lap around.
I think we'll never do that again.
It looks like one of those Red Bull cars. You know what I mean? What is that?
And that's the way they're supposed to look. So the 83 of Casey Kane back out on the track.
Burton, you mentioned it earlier. It's the little things that you've got to do right. Every pit stop, every time you get on and off pit road, you've got to do it perfectly. They've done the little things right. Now the 18 is out front, Kelly.
An issue for Martin Truex Jr. He immediately said something is wrong, and now Cole Pearn said we have the tires switched. They messed it up on pit road. It's the right front and left front that are switched on the 19 car, so they've had to immediately call him back to pit road. This is a costly mistake for this 19 team, and one of the things that Cole Pearn had been so proud about this pit crew is he said when they make mistakes, they're little. They haven't made any disastrous mistakes. Well, this is going to be a costly one.
Problems for the 22 of Joey Logano. +1 for...
It's organized chaos for real.
They're not happy right now, as you can tell.
Yeah, they're pissed.
Bam. Ooh, looks like the jack fell out from underneath the car.
Yeah. Looks like a common mistake.
Lifted back up.
Oh.
Second time they've had problems today. Logano's led the most laps from
they
the
took
pole.
why would he take the tire
circuits
out?
out front. Speeding
at
earlier
that
stuck on
moment.
pit road. This is not good.
The tire was in there.
Lose a lap.
He should have waited till it was jacked up.
Well, the problems continue.
But I'm
for
not
the
an
42
expert,
team.
so I could be wrong.
So let's take a look at their pit stop. We see right here.
I'm not an expert by any means.
And the rear tire carrier right here trips on the air hose.
I feel bad
falls.
for him.
The tire bounces, which that really hadn't slowed him down because the tire changer was struggling to get the lug nuts off. So basically very slow on the right rear. They come around and try to recover, but we just pointed out tenths of a second. Well, these are full seconds. These is about 2.5, 3 seconds slow of a pit stop. So kind of a combination of errors on the back of the 42.
Marty, the first pit stop, they wanted to take 2 tires, but Jamie had run through debris. This time, they're planning on taking only 2. No adjustments to the race car. He gets around Morgan Shepherd. Doc?
Joey Logano in. There'll be 2 tires only for the Toyota driver and fuel. Remember, they kept telling Joey to save fuel, but he wanted to lead so bad it was hard to do. Below him, the 22 car, Brad Keselowski. He was the only car among the leaders that could not make it on fuel. This causing a big break for him. Mike.
And Chad Walter and Justin Allgaier opting for track position as well. Fuel only, but nearly a collision off pit road.
Isn't it so dangerous?
And you saw the gas can still attached to the 20s trying to shake it off. He does. Now we got that out in the middle of the track.
Wow,
so
you can just do
that. And there'll be a penalty for the 20. And
woof, there's a lot going on down there.
So the 20 is going to come to the attention of the crew on pit road.
Now you just reset our conversation about the 5-minute clock. Now Matt Kenseth is on it. He has a full 5 minutes.
Jimmy Johnson, he never got off of it though, right? They didn't run a whole lap, so his clock is still running.
Did he just hurt himself?
You can have more than 6 guys, okay? You can't have more than 6.
And you heard right there, you can't have more than 6. Remember that penalty I discussed. If you have an extra guy, major penalty.
And it looks as though they may have just had 7 right there.
By
we had
accident.
mentioned when they were on pit road and they were working on the car, you can't have more than 6 members of the pit crew over the wall. We actually counted it. We saw there were 7. NASCAR has also looked at it. They said that's too many men over the wall.
And the problem with too many men over the wall is during the course of the race, if it happens on a normal pit stop, you just go to the tail end. But when you are on the 5-minute clock, when you are part of the damaged vehicle policy, which the 20 of Matt Kenseth was absolutely
Why would he go
was
over
in the
and
accident,
help?
that these 7 men right here, that is basically you are done in the event. You have failed the damaged vehicle policy. The 20, no matter the amount of damage, cannot continue. They will go to the garage. They can no longer participate in this race.
And this damaged vehicle policy, it was developed in the offseason.
You're Kenseth.
So it's got nothing to do with the 7 people. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
like Mike Wheeler hopes they're just one adjustment away on this 11 car from being able to battle for the lead. Denny Hamlin has been loose on the left-handers, tight in the rights. They're going to make a wedge adjustment, give them 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel.
And look out, the gun got pulled off of the 11. There is a
he's pretty good at dodging that one.
Coming across pit road.
There's a
good on him
everywhere.
But they're pros, obviously. So
I see at least one gas.
His tire is nothing. Yeah, how the heck did this happen?
Because he's taking fuel.
Oh, that's the old tire.
Only, so he's trying to get out of there. The jackman drops the jack, but the tire goes away and the gun gets pulled out of his hands.
Oh, it looks dangerous.
There were some drivers that came down pit road, and some got tires, and some got fuel, and some had other issues that hurt.
Oh no, you poor thing! I'm feeling bad for these people, man.
Oh, he's yelling at whoever was supposed to hold that tire.
Let's show you what
could have been worse.
Go ahead, Larry.
We talked about Austin Dillon's crew, too many men over the wall. I want you to kind of focus in this area right here. You're going to see a guy that leans across the wall, and he's there to retrieve the tire that comes off. You can see him. He's got the tire right there that he's going to give the left front tire changer. When he comes around and he goes to get this tire, you can see he's trying to reach for it. He's trying to reach for it. Just give it a second here, and he's going to try to reach for this left front tire. And by NASCAR rules, when your hand touches the pit road box, that is too many men over. NASCAR gave us that direction during the offseason. They said if he touches the pits with a foot or a hand, too many men over.
That's unlucky right there. Oh, that was fast. Guys, it was so fun to watch. I feel bad for the failures, but you know, mistakes happen, but I feel bad for them, my goodness. I think there was one in there that I didn't understand. It was the 7-person rule, which I understood, but then there was something about a damaged car and then they got eliminated or something. I didn't really understand that. But it seems like a really rookie era to have 7 people on the pit stop. You know what I mean? Like, if I knew that, even as an amateur, I guess it's like miscommunication which needs to be worked on, which again I think is a rookie error at that level, right? Unlucky for the person who put his hand down at the ends though. That's unlucky. That's really unlucky. Gosh dang, that's so unlucky. That was really interesting to me. Absolutely amazing how these pit stop crew work so quickly. It's actually insane. I can't imagine the amount of times they practice this exact pit stop. You know, changing the tires. They have everything down to a T. Every second counts. It's amazing. Big respect. Guys, please like this video if you did like it. Leave in your video recommendations down below. Thank you all so much for watching with me today, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.
At the store, control gonna smoke. They tell me to quit, don't listen what I'm told. They help me forget that this world is so cold. I don't even know what I'm chasing no more.